Fans of The Last Jedi love to point to the idea that its portrayal of Luke Skywalker was in line with George Lucas's version of the sequel trilogy. They point to quotes by Lucasfilm Story Group executive Pablo Hidalgo, where he said, "Lucas had a Colonel Kurtz Skywalker, which would have been something. Luke in Exile predates The Last Jedi by a long time and comes from someone who can very happily and rightly supersede anyone's feedback," of course referring to Lucas himself. But I think using these quotes to defend the story of The Last Jedi misses the point. The Luke from Return of the Jedi would have never turned his weapon on his nephew with the thought to kill him in cold blood. No one wanted a killer, mopey Luke, and that idea was Rian Johnson's. Luke in Exile, while not exciting on face value, is something explored in the expanded universe, and it could have been really interesting if done correctly. We know that George planned on exploring the origins of the Force and the Wills in the sequel trilogy, and Luke in Exile works well as a starting point for exploring those more cosmic elements of Star Wars. Last, I just want to point out that even though there is no fixing the sequel trilogy, Luke's character arc could be saved with some well-placed retcons. And let's be real, retcons are as old as the series. Simply show the confrontation between Ben and Luke for real without the perspective. Imagine Luke looks in Ben's mind and he sees a Sith Lord. It doesn't even need to be Kylo. Instinctively, in defense, Luke ignites his lightsaber, but in the real world, not realizing the Sith Lord is a vision that cannot harm him. At that point, Ben wakes up and misinterprets his uncle's actions, who is still deep in a dark side vision. This way, Luke never truly turns his weapon on his nephew, not even for a second.